Good day, everyone. This is Professor Friday from Macomb Community College coming at you one more time. I've had a special request from my algebra students to solve, well, it's a linear equation with a whole lot of parentheses inside it. We have negative quantity 4 times d plus 3 minus 5 times the quantity, 3d minus 2 times the quantity, 2d plus 7, close parentheses, minus 8, close parentheses one more time. That's all equal to negative 10d minus 6. When tackling a problem like this that has so many sets of parentheses, the trick is to take it one step at a time. Now we're going to work our way from the inside out. Anytime you see parentheses with a lot of pluses and minuses and multiplication in it, chances are pretty good you're going to see a lot of the distributive property. So that's where we're going to start. So, citing that we have parentheses here, and then we have another set of parentheses here, and then another set of parentheses here. We're going to start all the way on the inside with this set of parentheses right here. And we are going to, well, what we're going to do a lot of is distribute and then combine like terms. We're going to do that over and over again. So, going from step to step, very little is going to change. Minus 5, parentheses, 3d, okay. Now we're at the first distribution. We have minus 2 times 2d, that's going to be minus 4d. Minus 2 times plus 7 is going to be minus 14. And then we subtract the 8 at the end still. Now what that does for us is effectively gets rid of one of our sets of parentheses. We're now without that set of parentheses. If we take a look inside the brackets that contained that set of parentheses, we now see that we have a couple of like terms. So what we're going to do is combine those like terms before we head to the next step. So once again, going from step to step, very little is going to change. We want to take this big monster gulp and break it down into little bite-sized pieces. Plus 3d minus 4d simplifies to minus 1d, or we'll just call that minus d. So we have effectively gotten rid of a set of parentheses. That's good. Now we're going to do so again. But in the next step, there are two distributive properties that can take place. One is right here, and one is right here. Both of these are going to be distributive property again. Now that minus 8 at the end has no distributive property with it because it's not inside a set of parentheses. So, again, very little changes from step to step. We still have the minus sign and the fancy braces out here. 4 times d gives us 4d. 4 times plus 3 gives us plus 12. Now for the next one, we got a lot of negatives going on. Negative 5 times negative d is going to be positive 5d. Minus 5 times minus 14 is going to be positive 70. And tag on that minus 8 at the end. So all these fancy brackets and braces and whatnot, these get treated the same way as we would treat any other set of parentheses. They just group them with the fanciness to make sure that we know which one's which. Now again, after the distributive property, we need to look for some like terms. So everything that I've connected here, these are all going to be like terms. Let's start with the 4d and the 5d. If we were to add the 4d and the 5d, we are going to get 9d. Now up here we have a plus 12. A plus 70 and a minus 8. These all count as like terms as well because they are constants. So I'm going to go with the plus 12 and the minus 8 first. 12 minus 8 is 4. Add that to 70. You got yourself 74. Now I'm still using the fancy braces here, even though I could just use a set of regular old parentheses at this point. However, staying consistent with what was given to us in the problem, that's what we'll do. Now we are finally to our last application of the distributive property. We have a minus sign to distribute through here, and then we'll worry about solving the resulting problem. So we have negative 9d plus 74. That minus sign distributes into negative 9d and a negative 74. So at this point we haven't actually done any algebra to both sides of the equation. We've just simplified the left-hand side a whole bunch. Now at this step we want to get all of our d's on one side, we want to get everything else on the other side. So I am going to add 10d to both sides to get all my d terms on the left-hand side. To get the 74 over to the other side, I am going to add 74 to both sides. So, on the left-hand side, these bad boys cancel out. On the right-hand side, these bad boys cancel out. Left-hand side, we have minus 9d plus 10d. That simplifies to 1d. On the right-hand side, we have a plus 74 and a minus 6. That simplifies to positive 68. That is my final answer here. Normally we would go back and check that, but that was a whole bunch of work. So I'm going to say check my answer in the back of the book. Back of the book confirms that it is d equals 68. Or we'll just assume that it does anyway. Ha ha. Okay, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again sometime soon.